Hey everybody, I'll be sharing some tips, resources, and how I practice to get better in 3D sculpting. Right here I'm using split screen to have Raf Grassetti's ecorche as a reference to help me with anatomy. Split screen can be found under Transform, Split Screen. If you would like to work on the right side, split screen 1, and if you would like to work on the left side, split screen 3. You can see here that as I rotate my working scope, the reference model also rotates. To have a smooth setup with split screen, make sure your model and the reference model is similar in size and also is in the center of the world space. At the moment, one of the limitations of split screen is that if you have multiple subtools, the selected subtool is what you're able to sculpt on, and all the other subtools will be on the reference side. Another way I use split screen is to help train my sculpting speed and brush economy. Here are some of the skulls that I've sculpted for practice. I gave it around 30 minutes each because I did a bunch of these. For me, it's taking the stress out of trying to make it perfect and became more playful with the different brushes I was trying out for certain forms. For this here, I'm trying to practice stylized hair. And as for the file on the left, I'll be showing you where you can grab these museum 3D scan sculptures. If you search for My Mini Factory Scan the World, you'll get to this page. And if you here, click on the little search, top right. Then click on Full Collection. And from here, I normally recommend click on Popular. And then from here, pick something awesome to use as reference. And click Download. Download only. And once you get the file, it should be .stl, and I'll show you guys how to open it in ZBrush. So for STL files, it'll be under Z plugin, 3D print hub, and then import STL file. If it's an OBJ, you want it to import it right here under tools, import. And if you want ZTL, it's going to be load tool. And if the file is FBX, it'll be under Z plugin, FBX export import. So different files. To set up the STL file and setting up split screen, again, Z plugin, 3D print hub, and I'm going to import it. From here, I would like to rotate it and let it face the camera. And then from here, I would append a sphere. Oops, before that, let's check if it's in the center world space. Scaling it a bit, and then from here, I would set up split screen. And then I would just turn on Dynamesh. And then start practicing. Another thing I like to do is hold shift and click on this little paintbrush. So now both my lighting would be the same. Some resources I recommend to check out. Again, my MIDI factory, Scan the World. Raf Grassetti's Ecorche. Adam Fisher's Asaro head. And my material and skull if you're interested. First, if you get Raf's ecorche, the file looks something like this. What I normally like doing is go into Z plugin, decimate master or decimation master, pre-process current, and then decimate current, just so my active points will reduce to 20% of it. And then another thing I like doing is mirror and weld. So it's gonna flip the left to the right under geometry, modify topology, mirrored weld. Just so my guy looks something like this now. And if you want it the other way, undo, deformation, mirror, and then from here you can mirror and weld. Geometry, modified topology, mirrored weld. Might need to move them a little bit. Oh, also recommend checking out my material because this is default basic material, and this one here I've adjusted to add a little bit of spec, and you can see that there's a little bit more forms that you can notice with the highlight. So a side by side. You can kind of see the basic materials a little bit blown out, and the one on the right has a little bit of spec where you can see the forms a little bit easier. So check it out. to load material, it's going to be under the material and load. Other than that, enjoy.